All right, Kansas and West Virginia. Will it be a bounce back for Kansas? A very disheartening loss. It's back-to-back losses now for Lance Leipold and the Jayhawks. Lost at Illinois, and then they lose at home as almost double-digit favorites against UNLV. They'll try to rebound here in Morgantown. West Virginia, 2.5-point home favorites, 57.5 the total in this game. That's a horrific loss for West Virginia. And I'm not totally upset because, yes, I had West Virginia, but I did have more on the over. I like the over more, so I did get out of that game profitable, but should have been 2-0. They should have won that game. I mean, that's just terrible. A meltdown in the last 5 minutes, 2 touchdowns given up to Pitt and Eli Holstein. Just horrible defense down the stretch. And game they should have won. They were up by 10 with 5 minutes to go and couldn't close it out. And back comes Pitt with the 38-34 win. Can they pick themselves up off the mat? We'll see. Situationally, you got to like West Virginia. At home, they've been pretty good over the years, but they're 0-3 against the spread this year. Now, the one home game was a win against Albany. The other was Penn State, where they lost 34-12. Kansas not as good as Penn State. Kansas, too, the last time we saw them on the road, they lose 23-17 at Illinois. So I actually lean West Virginia, but, man, after that loss, I'm not sure I want to take my chances again with them. It kind of does feel like they might get it done. I think the over is what I prefer. I still don't love what I'm seeing out of the defense. Garrett Green and the offense seem fine to me. They're moving the football. And I think Kansas has quarterback issues. Jalen Daniels, I got to call him out. He's not good enough right now. He has definitely regressed this season. I don't know why. Hasn't been the same. He has been banged up, injured the last year and a bit. Maybe that's taken away from his skill set a bit, but my gosh, he's not playing at the level he did last year or in the past for this Kansas team, and that's definitely concerning, I'm sure, for the coaching staff moving forward. I mean, 50% completions, no touchdown passes, and 2 interceptions against UNLV on Friday night. That's simply not going to get it done. That ain't going to cut it for Jalen Daniels. So, quarterback, are they going to make a switch maybe if this keeps going? That maybe they put in Cole Ballard. The problem is you don't have Jason Bean behind Jalen Daniels anymore. Very reliable, solid backup. Cole Ballard's a bit of an unknown. So I think they're stuck, sticking with Daniels and just hoping he can turn things around here after 2 really rough games for him in a row. What do you think here, C-Mac, Kansas, West Virginia?
Yeah, because West Virginia, it's like the defense. Can they be better here? I mean, they're at home. They've given up a ton to the pass. They just haven't been very good against it. Yeah, and that was a tough loss last week. This seems like a get-right spot for them against the Kansas. I know these teams, too, though, are both, pretty desperate, I'd say, for a win. They're both, 1-2. They both have been 0-3 teams, ATS, too, right?
Kansas beat them here in Morgantown 2 years ago. Outright as
I remember that game. It was a ton of points.
First year. Yep.
Yeah. I don't know if you can do that again. Normally, I want to back West Virginia, but it's like, are we a little bait here? Like 2.5? Just we're under the field goal. It seems too easy. Like, these are spots I'd like to be on West Virginia at the house. But I don't know. That's a wait for me. I kind of Kansas. It's just been a little bit slower. The defense has been pretty good, but then they just haven't got it done, and the offense has just been sloppy. Another game where they had the lead and blew it. I mean, that was a big touchdown by UNLV right before the half. That was big to kind of, I think, to 17-13. But it was 17-6. They kind of dominated early, and just, the second half was awful. And you mentioned Daniels. Just, man, where have you been? Earth. To Daniels. Maybe the injuries really took a toll on him. He's not the same guy.